at 2 minutes. I encourage you to use the words of the day, resilient. So let's get started. Who would like to volunteer to start our table tapping? Okay, no one will volunteer. I will call first TM Toastmaster Gina. Toastmaster Gina.
She's not there.
She's not there. Okay, the next is I will call Toastmaster Lilibet.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My fellow co-Toastmaster, I am around. I'm here right now. Thank you.
Toastmaster Lilibet, I have a book here. Believe in yourself, you are amazing. You can choose number 1 to 15. So I can read the question in you.
Okay.
Choose number 1 up to 15. Toastmaster Lilibet?
Yeah, where's the...
No, you mentioned 1, 2, or what number you want?
Okay. Okay. Number 10.
Number 10?
Yes.
Okay. Ordinary me can achieve something extraordinary by giving that little bit extra. Ordinary me can achieve something extraordinary by giving that little bit extra. Toastmaster Lilibet?
Okay. By giving, if I have something that I can give to anyone, of course, it's in the saying that it's better to give than to receive. Of course, since I am the eldest in the family, I always help I'm giving to my siblings everything, sending them to school, and of course to my parents, giving them a good life, a good house, and everything for this one. And of course, for my fellow now, for my group as in the IMG, I am as an SMD now. I'm helping my members to be more on concentrating in our mission, especially helping them to gain more, to learn more about our mission in IMG. And of course, if you are giving always without expecting any in return, that is also a gift for us. And somebody will give something to us in return. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, SMD Jasmine.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Lilibet. Toastmaster Gina, you are available now. Okay, the next I will call upon Toastmaster Yen Cabalar. Toastmaster Yen.
Yes, good morning.
You can choose a number 1.
Yeah, is my sound clear?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I want to choose number 8. Is that a question or a statement?
Statement.
I have to say something about the statement.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 8.
Okay,
your question is, what you plant now, you will harvest later. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Toastmaster Yen.
Yes, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Needless to say, it's you reap what you sow. It's very biblical. A while ago, I just teaching my children about this. We have to be resilient these days because we are in a pandemic situation. Everybody knows that. So every time we have to be kind. We have to express love with everyone. everything that we plant, every goodness that we do to others, it's something that it's like an investment, okay? It will not return to us in a form of money, but it will return to us in a form of blessing. Our children, the next generation, everybody will be blessed. It's not only us we ourselves who will benefit for the good deed that we plant. Like this morning, I was telling my children, do good, do good, work hard, especially during these days. We have to be flexible, we have to be strong. Needless to say, we have to be resilient because these values are the only ones that will deliver us from this pandemic. So I think that's it. We have to always plant good deeds, so we will reap a good blessing later on. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yen Yen. Next, I will call upon Toastmaster Marlon Bautista.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You can choose 1 up to 15, and I will
I
read it.
choose number 1, please. Thank you.
Your statement is, start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Toastmaster Marlon.
Thank you, ma'am, for that beautiful question or statement. Um, to the guest and Toastmasters, good afternoon. I would like to expound from this statement that in reaching your goal, you should begin where you are. Where you are is that thinking that all what you have now, you are capable in building your skills, in gaining this experience, and also in acquiring knowledge, informations, that this information, that this wisdom that you will acquire now, you will be equipped and focused so that you will reach your goal. So thank you for that question, that it remind me that what I have now, what I am now, I am capable to change. I am capable to grow. I am capable to develop myself so that I will reach my goal. Thank you. Thank you. Good
Thank
afternoon.
you, Marlon. Next, I will call upon Toastmaster Jemart Labajo.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, Toastmaster
Okay, Toastmaster
Jasmine.
Jemart.
Miss Jasmine. Yes, you hear me?
Yes, you choose number 1 up to 15.
I will choose number 2.
Number 2, okay. Your statement is, don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. Toastmaster Jemart.
Okay, I will expand the statement regarding of the don't watch the clock. Uh, be, for me, we need to focus our goal and do not uh, do not focus on the uh, things that can bother you, and you must concentrate on the right path and give more resilient on your effort to reach the goal and get on the right track in which you will enhance yourself and to reach your destiny in life. Of course, the time will not turn back. It will run like a river. It will rotate continuously, and the time will pass by. And if you will not use the time properly, you will lose your chance to reach the goal in life. So you must be resilient to all of your effort, and you must concentrate well in order to reach your dream in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jemar. The next, I will call upon Toastmaster Victoria Ginto.
Hello? Yes po, table topics po na ito. Sige po, tita. Alright.
Yeah, you can choose number 1 up to 15, and I will
Number 1. Alright. Number 9.
number 9. Okay. Your statement is, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Your question is, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Toastmaster Victoria.
Thank you for that wonderful statement. All right. It's never too old to dream, right? So we have heard about the story of Kentucky Fried Chicken, the owner of Kentucky, no? So he is actually 60 years old, and he never stopped, no, dreaming on his dream. Mr. Kentucky started his business of when he was 60, if I am not mistaken. I'm not familiar with the exact year, but he was in his 60s. So in that particular example of Kentucky, I can see that, and I believe that dreaming shouldn't be, you should not be concerned about your age, no? Even you're young, even you're old, we don't have to stop on dreaming, all right? And most people say that we are too old to learn something new, no? That is actually a no-no, because for me, I believe there is no age when we want to learn, especially now that we are in this kind of technology, no? I, for one, I am not very familiar with the use of technology, because we teachers have to learn a lot, no? We have to learn something new. So I am nearing 50s, and I'm not afraid to learn something new, no? So today we are actually learning about the different tools on how we could use with our online teaching, and the age doesn't hinder us to learn something new. So what matters most is that the ability to embrace change, and the ability to accept change, and the ability to have positive mind in order for you to grow, and to continue on dreaming. So learning is unlimited, so we don't have to stop ourselves, whether we're young, whether we're old, to keep on dreaming. Back to you, Toastmaster, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Victoria. Next, I will call upon Toastmaster Ray Cara Ginevista.
Yes po, good afternoon po.
Good afternoon. Okay, you can choose number 1 up to 15.
We'll choose number 5.
Number 5. Okay, your statement is, expect problems and eat them for breakfast. Expect problems and read them for breakfast.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful statement. For the statement, expect problems, but read them on your breakfast. So for me, what I can relate there is we just have to expect different problems in our lives, but we don't need just to um, see it or expect it, but we need to solve it for ourselves because we know that every day we face different problems, we face different situations, but we have to face it. We just need to um we just need to solve it right away. So our problems will not be able to get more problems every day. So you just have to solve it right away. Just like a breakfast, you just need to eat that in early morning. I think that's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ray Cara Kinibista. Next, I will call upon Toastmaster Rudy Rendal. You can unmute yourself.
Sir, unmute yourself, sir.
Hello, sir.
That's okay now. Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Okay. Good
So,
afternoon.
yeah, I was surprised when you called me. So, from 1 to 15,
Yes, sir.
just guess. Lucky number 7.
7.
Mr. Vicky, tulungan mo ako, ha?
Kaya mo yan, bro.
Toastmaster Rudy.
Nagluluto pa ako, eh.
Toastmaster Rudy,
Yes, ma'am.
your statement is, problems are not stop signs. They are guidelines. Problems are not stop signs. They are guidelines. Toastmaster Rudy.
Okay, problem for me is a part of life and a brother or sister. We will not eliminate or delete this problem. God, when we created us, the problem was already there. Although we have to fight back and to be resilient on this problem, because of this problem, we are growing, developing, and improving ourselves. Because of this problem, we became a man or a part of a loving creator. Problem exists, and it will be part of our life. Thank you so much. Hello.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rudy.
Thank you so much.
The next, I will call upon Toastmaster Grace. Toastmaster Grace. Okay, next. I can call Toastmaster Arlene. Pietas. Not just. Toastmaster Arlene.
Arlene, good morning po. Ako po yan?
Yes po.
Good afternoon po.
You can choose number 1 up to 15.
Sandali po, i-volume ko lang. Honey, wait please. I have David's question. Oh yes, yes ma'am.
You can choose number 1 up to 15 and we will read it.
Stop it! What is the question?
You can choose number 1 up to 15 and I will read your statement.
Okay. Okay, number 1.
It's done already. It's taken already. So you can
Taken already.
Yeah, you can choose 3, 4, 6, 8 like that.
Okay. 6 is okay.
6. Okay. Your statement is even if you fall on your face, you're still moving forward. Even if you fall on your face, you're still moving forward. Toastmaster Arlene.
Good afternoon to everyone. I believe that even what the problem I face on, still I'm looking forward for the positive and still still continue to progress and to to motivate for the new future. And I believe that if I surround myself with a positive people and continue motivate myself, and I believe that I will be looking forward. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
See, I never hear the question. Good day. Quiet, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arlene. Next, I will call upon Toastmaster June Areglo. Toastmaster June.
Yes. Go ahead, table topic
Okay, you can choose
manager.
two.
Yes, 15. Oh, is it taken?
Not yet.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Don't sell out. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Don't sell out. Toastmaster June.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jasmine, and to all Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, good afternoon to all. Life is full of struggles. Everybody knows that. Every now and then, life is never be smooth sailing. Every now and then, we stumble. Every now and then, there are risks in life that we need to take. It is just a matter of how are we going to make those negative things that come into our life into positive. It is not a matter of stumbling down. It is a matter of recovering yourself and making yourself strong again every time storms like this come into our life. So winners never quit. And that is the mantra that I am trying to establish for myself. Everything in this life are just trials. And through all of these trials, if we are going to persevere, then triumph at the end of the day will be yours to savor. So my friend, if you're listening right now, it is very much important that we need to be courageous. Just like the lion, everybody knows what is the characteristic of the lion, right? The lion is a risk taker and it treats everything around it as its food. So be a lion. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster June.
You're welcome.
Next, I will call upon Toastmaster Herman. Toastmaster Herman.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You can choose number 1 to 15.
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, your statement is, it is our choices that show what we are truly are, far more our abilities. It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more our abilities. Toastmaster Herman.
Table topic Toastmasters, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
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 In our life, we possess our abilities. We have our innate abilities, which others, uh, which others may see. For me, um, as an individual, I see that my actions and my actions as an individual and as a leader, I inspire, empower, and serve other in order to others to be elevated and over an extended period of time. And also, I exemplify this character to our family because I believe once you do good things inside the family, it will radiate within the family, and if it radiates within the family, it will radiates within your neighbor, to your community, and to the country and to the whole world. Because I believe on the old saying that in this toilsome world, alas, once and only once we pass. If any good things we can do, if there are good deeds we can show, let us do it now, for we may never pass this way again. So be resilient and enjoy life and be positive. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Herman. Can I call the timer if I have time to ask more questions, statements?
Time pa daw. Time? Last two? Last two. I think we can call two.
So you can last two.
Okay, I can call two contestant. Okay, I will call upon Toastmaster Jack to choose the number.
Our president.
Our president.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. I will choose number 13.
13. Okay. Toastmaster Jack, this is your statement. Step by step and the thing is done. Step by step and the thing is done. Toastmaster Jack.
Yes, good afternoon once again, and thank you, Miss Madam Table Topics Master. Step by step, and it will be done. This is the word which I like the most. Most of us needs to be patient in every step that we are doing. Um, we always want instant in our life because maybe most of the time we like Jollibee, which is always instant noodles, instant achievement. But in real life, there's no such thing as instant. You need to work hard, you need to be patient, you need to plant, and you need to cultivate every now and then. you need not to stop in all aspects. And most of all, you need to slowly and painfully do the process. Once you will reach to point B, thereafter you will see the rewards of what you've been planting for. In my life, I always have these struggles. From my college days, I am a working student. I work 8 to 5 and studied thereafter up to 10 o'clock, do my assignments. And now I can say that all the achievements that I had was because of that step by step painful process which I planted thereon. Thank you very much, and back to you, Miss Ma'am Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jack. The last that I will call upon is Toastmaster Amor Cabalar. Toastmaster Amor.
Yes, Toastmaster, please.
I will read the statement, the last statement. Create the kind of self that you will be happy to live will all your life. Create the kind of self that you will be happy to live with all your life. Toastmaster Amor.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. Crave the kind of cell that you live. Yes, we are the one responsible to our crave. Whatever we have, we must be resilient to face the consequences of our actions, consequences of our words. And after that, we will reap, as I said before, whatever we have sown. So if I crave myself better than yesterday, I will be leading not only myself, leading also all the people around me, especially my family. And I become a model for them to prepare for their future also, giving them example to being a resilient, to be strong, to face the problem we have now is an example, to face the reality of life, people around me, especially my family. This is only the way I can prepare them. This is only the thing I can give them. By the time I will left them, they will bring it to their life, not only to their to themselves, but also to their future families. And that's all, JM. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amor. Okay, we can choose the best of 3 table topic contestants. Thank you everyone who participated now. And I will return the control to our Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Tess Villanueva.
Hello, ma'am. Excuse Toastmaster Tess. Your mic, please, ma'am. Can you repeat?
Congratulations to our table topic master, Toastmaster Jasmine Consolacion. And before we proceed, may I call upon our timer to give us the timer's report.
Madam Toastmaster of the day, good afternoon. For our 12 candidate or participant today, only one participant is not allowed to vote. Only SMD Victoria Ginto is got allotted time, 2 minutes and 49 minutes, 2 minutes and 49 seconds. So for the rest, you need to vote. They are qualified to vote.
Thank you very much, Mr. Timer. May I request each Toastmaster to please send your vote privately to our award master, Toastmaster Amor.
Please
Sorry,
put your
Madam
thumbs up if you are done.
So sorry, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Only there is two not qualified for voting. Madam Victoria Ginto and Toastmaster Herman. Sorry.
Okay, so two are not qualified
Not
for
qualified
votation,
for,
Toastmaster Herman and Toastmaster Vicky. The rest, you
The
can
rest
cast
are
your
qualified.
vote by sending your private message to our award master, Toastmaster Amor Cabalar.
How many names, ma'am? They will be sending, ma'am?
12
I
names.
believe there are how many? 9?
12 they have
10.
10.
10.
10.
So look for the name of Toastmaster Amor Cabalar and please send your votes.
Amor
Just to clarify, Toastmaster of the Day, they will be sending me in this chat group privately. They will be sending me in this chat group, in this chat room in our
Yes, in
section.
the chat box room, yes.
Yes.
Privately.
Thank you.
The top
So
three, ma'am.
as announced by our table topics master, we will be at this point, since we have only the table topic session, I would recommend that we will be awarding the best top 3 from the table topic speaker.
So we will send 3 names.
No, we will only send one.
Okay.
And whoever got the first top 3 will be the best table topic speaker for the day.
Thank you.
Okay, we are now ready to move forward and it is time for our general evaluation report. I will call back our President, Toastmaster Benifer Consolacion.
Thank you very much to our distinguished Toastmaster, Maria Teresa Villanueva, as our Toastmaster of the Day. Once again, good afternoon to all of us here. Usually in any Toastmasters meeting, we have speakers and we have our evaluators. But for this specific demo meeting, we are focusing on table topics. That's why we don't have any speaker today. For this proceeding, I will be calling first our grammarian to give his grammarian's report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ben. Let me share to you some of my report I noted within our meeting. I noticed some grammars that needs to be improved, like I'm helping my member. Instead, it will be better if we will use I am helping my members. Someone also said it remind me. I think it's better to use it reminds me. Positive mind. Someone use positive mind. I think it's better to use positive mindset. Continue motivate myself. I believe it's good to use continue motivating myself. For the word of the day, Toastmaster Tess use it once, Toastmaster Ian use it twice, and Toastmaster Gemwork use it once, and Toastmaster Roddy use it once as well. For some interesting phrases, I noted some, which is someone said, believe in yourself. Also, someone said it's better to give than to receive. Someone also said giving without expecting something in return. Someone also said express love. Someone also said in reaching your goal, you should start where you are. And lastly, someone also said problems exist and always part of our life. That's all for today. Back to you, Toastmaster Ben.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jack. To proceed with, for our accounters report, may I call upon Toastmaster June Arreglo.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. So for my counter report, here is the following. Toastmaster of the Day, CEO Tess 1. Me as the counter has 8. Timer Johanna has 1. Table topic Master Jasmine Consolacion has 2. TM Lilybeth has 3. TM Yen Yen has 7. TM Marlon has 4. TM Jmark has 10. TM Vicky has 15. Team Kara has 10. Team Rudy 4. TM Arlene 1. TM Herman 4. TM Jack 10. TM Amor 6. That's all. Back to you, table topic master, Mr. President. Rather, thank you.
Know that I have
Who's the person of the day? Who got more?
The most goes to Toastmaster Ma'am Vicky.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Kuya Jun Areglo. And now it's my time to give my evaluation. As I said earlier, I will be evaluating in 3 parts. Before I explain and give my evaluation, in Toastmasters, this is the beauty of Toastmasters, because we will be learning how we are going to improve through the evaluation. And this afternoon, I have the privilege to give my honest evaluation. First, in terms of preparation, we'd like to say our special thanks to our very own Campi Vice President for Education, Ma'am Gina, for preparing the program ahead of time. Ideally, the program should be sent or be ready by at least a week. But at least the minimum thing at least 2 days, and Toastmaster Gina was able to make it. Let's give a round of applause to her. Ma'am Gina, thank you very much for the program, for the preparation of the program. And in terms of the program also, of course, before we started our meeting today, there's some changes. And I would like to say thank you to the last minute role players who accepted, our counter, and of course, our awards master for accepting the role. And for the proceedings of our program, I would like to commend all the role players from the counter, grammarian, timer. They were able to explain their role. That's good. They were able to relate and give explanation to what's their role for today. And for the evaluation to this role, the timer, I would like to say this. I've seen your timer. It's good. It's very innovative. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Joanna, for this new change that you're putting the background of the color of the time signal. But I observed that when the speaker started speaking, it's already, your background is already green. The green background should be shown once the speaker reaches 1 minute. Okay? I think next time, who will be the next timer? If you're using a background, we should always have this line that the background should be displayed once the 1 minute is over. The counter, basically, you've seen how Toastmaster June able to explain. Because once you become an counter, the skills that you are developing is the listening skills. It's great to see Toastmaster June able to capture and able to tabulate the numbers of the pillar words that we use. Congratulations, Toastmaster June. And of course, to our grammarian, Toastmaster Jack, our president, thank you very much for the detailed observation and giving your feedback. It's great. In Toastmasters, we are learning the correct usage of grammar. Sometimes we are not confident enough to speak because we are afraid to be judged in terms of our grammar. But don't worry, we will be improving together here. Together, we will be improving. And thank you, Toastmaster Jack, for pointing the words and noting those good words, usage of word. And also in Grammarian, we are practicing our listening skills. Okay? And I would like also to evaluate our table topic master. A great start. Really, she can be a contest master. Really, she's innovative. She's willing to learn. Of course, we have some arguments. No, basically, we are helping each other how she will able to improve. And I'm very happy how she's improving herself and how she's dealing this and using this, our book, actually just my book, How to Be Amazing. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jasmine. I think next time we can improve in table topics, Master. It's taking time when we're asking people, give your number. Actually, I'm the one who suggested, but it's taking time because people are thinking which number. I think straightforward, we'll be giving the number. Okay? By the way, just I would like to share regarding answering table topic questions, just to share based on the experience I'm having. By the way, all the table topics master, congratulations. You nailed it. You're able to give justice. You're able to share your thoughts. In giving table topics, I would like to share these things. Even I'm in a contest, in a meeting. Just remember this thing. It's like preparation, like prep. Can you write it? P-R-E-P, like prep, like preparation. When I'm having this, first is position. You know, when some statement or question is being asked or being given, for example, honesty is the best policy. Okay, kindly expand. First, position. Which means the position. Do you believe or no? Either yes or no. Okay? Like for example, I believe honesty is the best policy. That's your position. Okay? The next part is R, which is response. Okay, you believe. That's your position. I believe honesty is the best policy. Because in real world, to be honest is very important. And honesty is connected with integrity. That's your, you know, when you try to respond, you expand. That's the second one. The letter E is the example. You know, when you respond, you believe in the real world, and you make an example. Like in my life, I have 6 kids. I keep on reminding them to be honest. And in me, myself, I need to be honest with them. Because it's very hard not to be honest to others, because one way or another, you will face some problem. And like this, basically, you're giving some example. And later part, you like conclude. And for this, I truly believe that honesty is the best policy. And in Toastmasters, we are being taught that integrity, having integrity in life is very important. Okay, that's the main thing when we are doing the table topics. You know, you need to position, you need to have your response, you have your example, and then you need to position or summarize yourself. I think this is the way when I'm taking, even in any conversation in the office, when someone asks you, I use the things that I learned in Toastmasters. That I need to, I agree, disagree, I respond, and I give my example. Okay? And of course, I would like to say also, let's avoid the use TM or DTM. Let's complete the complete statement, Toastmaster or distinguished Toastmaster. Okay? And the other thing, of course, with our Toastmaster of the evening, Ma'am Tess, thank you very much. Distinguished Toastmaster Maria Teresa Villanueva, for the job well done, for expanding the topic itself, why it's very important to be a servant in me. All of us are servant. Thank you, ma'am, for controlling, being our pilot for today's meeting. It was indeed not just like a regular meeting that we have speakers and evaluators, but even the short period of time that you made your role as a Toastmaster of the evening, you made it, ma'am. You're able to control, and you always the great pilot, I could say. And the overall meeting, even we started a little bit late, but we are coping with time. And thank you very much for the presentation, for your answer. And this is another start, a good start, especially to all of us we're given the chance to speak. I believe for the awards master, we will be giving the awards in the later part after some presentation. But before we will be going to the next presentation, next part, I will call our Toastmasters of the evening to give her final words. Distinguished Toastmaster Maria Teresa Villanueva, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator, for a very detailed recommendations on how we can improve our next meeting. To conclude, when we become servant leader, it is not what is it for me, but rather, how can I contribute to the development of the place that we live in? With this, we always say that we have to be resilient, compassionate, grateful in everything that we do. Because in IMG B1, Toastmasters Club, blessing and opportunity never ends. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, our very own distinguished Toastmaster Maria Teresa Villanueva. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for sharing once again and reminding us, being a servant and asked. As part of our program, we will be having the second part of our program, a continuation of what we have done in our last meeting, which is the reading of the bylaws. And to conduct with this, may I call our very own distinguished Toastmaster, Joey Villanueva. Sir Joe, our birthday boy.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and to all of you, good afternoon again.
Sir, before sorry, sir, can we sing happy birthday to you? May I request everybody?
Let's sing happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Guys, I will sing for you.
Happy birthday.
Birthday
to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Blow out in virtual birthday.
Happy birthday, Tito Joey.
Nabusog na ako.
God bless.
God bless, sir.
God bless you all. Maraming salamat sa inyong mga greetings and blessings. And ngayon, dahil nga mayroon pa tayong dapat na pagtuunan ng pansin, so itutuloy natin. We're going to continue what we have started last week. Okay? And this is a requirement before we're going to sign on this one. The President and the Secretary has to sign on our behalf. So we have to really go over with it. This is also your information of what particular club, what is the role that you're going to do, and how we're going to do this, not only for us, for our club, but also for the members and the guests to come. So we have already finished the last section in the Article 2 of the Constitution. Now we are in the Article 3, club dues and new member fees. Okay, I will first read, and then I will request all of you to by one read this one for all of us. Okay, so we are now in Article 3, and this refers to club dues and new members fees. After I have read it, if you have any question, something to clarify, please let me know so that we can have it cleared before we will go to the next section. So club dues under section 1. The dues of the club for active and inactive individual members shall be as stated in the addendum, which we're going to see later on. Such dues shall be payable in advance at such time as this club shall designate. Dues shall be paid by all individual members and by the date as specified to maintain individual membership in this club. Is there any clarification on that one? Just unmute yourself and let me know if you have. Now let's go to the club new member fees, and this is under section 2. The club new member fee for an individual membership shall be as stated in the addendum. Such fee shall be payable when an individual membership application is filed with the club officer. The fee shall be returned if the application is not accepted immediately upon acceptance of the new individual member. A club officer shall notify the world headquarters and each new individual member on the payment of this fee, and the application dues shall be received into this club. So meaning as soon as we receive, we're going to remit it immediately to the Toastmasters International Headquarters. And in the reinstatement, section 3, any club fees for the reinstatement of a former individual member shall be stated in the addendum. And next is the transfer of the transfer to another club. This is section 4, meaning if you are already a member of a club, you move not only here in Saudi Arabia, but anywhere in the world that there is Toastmasters Club, you can transfer. And this is how the section 4 will says. Any individual member in good standing desiring to transfer to another Toastmasters Club may request a club officer to furnish documentation showing the date to which the individual's membership payment to the Toastmasters International is paid. When an applicant for individual membership in this club transfer from another Toastmasters club and presents documentation from said club showing individual membership in good standing, and that the membership payment to the Toastmasters International is paid for the current period, the applicant may be elected to individual membership without payment of the new membership fee to Toastmasters International and upon payment of any transfer fee stated in the addendum. So any clarification on the Article 3 of the Constitution? Anyway, the fees we are going to discuss on the addendum later on. Amount. These are the general provision only. If there is none, then let's go and continue with Article 4, and this is meeting and notices. Can I ask our President, Toastmaster, our CAMPI President, Toastmaster Ben, to read regular meeting, section 1, 2, and 3?
Okay, sir. Regular meeting.
Regular meetings.
Regular meetings, section 1. Regular meetings of the club, which shall include any business meeting of active individual members, shall be held as provided in the addendum. Special meetings, section 2. Special meetings of the club may be called by a majority vote of the active individual members present and voting at any regular meeting at which a quorum is present, or by the club executive committee or club president. Club executive committee meetings, section 3. Meetings of the club executive committee shall be held as provided in the agenda. That's all, sir. Section.
Okay. For the notice, can we request our coming President, Toastmaster Jack, to read it for us? Notice, section 4.
Section 4. No notice shall be required for regular business meeting held as provided in the addendum. Notice of any change in the date, time, or place of any regular meeting and notice of all special meetings shall be given by first-class mail, telephone, including voice messaging system, mail transmission, or other electronic transmission such as email, personal delivery, or other reasonable means of at least 4 days in advance of such meeting to all individual members of this club. Notice of special meetings shall include a statement of the general purpose of the meeting, but any membership business otherwise valid may be transacted at the meeting.
Section 5.
I will
Go
continue.
ahead, Mr. President.
Yeah. In section 5, if
Yes.
the club meet if this club meeting shall permanently change the time or place of regular
Oh, sorry.
section 5, if this club shall permanently change the time or place of regular meeting as provided in the addendum, the club secretary shall immediately provide notice of such change to world headquarters.
Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jack. So this is related to the regular meeting. A regular meeting schedule is included in the Constitution. That's why it will always be a permanent one. Once we wanted a meeting other than the regular, then it will be known as a special meeting, and this special meeting has to be called in advance with proper notice, at least 4 days before that particular meeting. And of course, it will also include specifically what and for what particular purpose the general meeting will be. Now, can I hear our Toastmaster June Areglo to read for me the quorum and voting, Article 5.
Article 5, quorum and voting. Quorum, Section 1, a majority of the active individual membership shall constitute a quorum for the transaction of all business of this club. A majority of the club executive committee shall constitute a quorum for the transaction of the committee's business.
Okay, next.
Voting, Section 2. Each active individual member shall be entitled to one vote on any matter presented to the club membership for a vote. Section 3. No voting by proxy or absentee ballot shall be permitted on any matter presented to the club membership for a vote. And Section 4. Unless a greater vote is required by this Constitution in a particular matter, the affirmative vote of at least a majority of those active individual members who are present and voting at a duly held business meeting at which a quorum is present shall be the act of the club.
Okay, so Wasata, I believe you are familiar with the parliamentary procedure because quorum is one of uh, the special word or used in the parliamentary procedure. When we say that there is a quorum, that it means that in this particular meeting, whatever the decision made, well, it becomes regular and becomes valid because there is a quorum. So without any provision to the contrary, a quorum will always be majority. And when we call majority, it is defined in the quorum that is 50% plus one individual. In other words, if there are 10 in that particular meeting, then or in that particular there are 10 members, then the quorum should always be 5 plus 1, so it should be 6, so that that particular meeting will be considered official and any business acted upon or voted upon will becomes valid. Now, the executive committee will also be having their own meeting, and majority is also the votes necessary to make any business taken thereof official. Is there any questions, clarification in quorums and voting?
What happened, Toastmaster Joey, if hindi ma-reach yung quorum?
Then that
And there is
particular
important
meeting,
decision that needs to be decided.
yeah, if there is no quorum on that particular meeting, then all the transaction deliberated, discussed, or even approved will not be considered official. So we need
So
always to have
might
the quorum.
call for another meeting.
Yes. If you wanted to continue, then you can continue. For example, if we are going to have a meeting, we have 20 members, and then on that particular meeting, we have only 10. There should be 11 to have the quorum. Then, for purpose of business transactions, it will not be official. But of course, on our regular program, like for example, the uh, prepared speech, the evaluation, we can still continue because anyway, these are regular training and not for the purpose of business of the club. But during the business meeting, whatever we are going to decide will not have any effect and no authorization to be implemented because there is no quorum. Some more? Okay, we'll continue. We are now in Article 6, and this refers to officers. So I'm going to, ask Toastmaster Vicky to read it for us loudly.
Article 6, Officers. Officers, Section 1. The officers of this club shall be a club president, a vice president education, a vice president membership, a vice president public relations, a club secretary, a club treasurer for a club secretary, treasurer, a sergeant at arms, and the immediate past club president. Education credit, Section 2. In addition to the officers provided in the Constitution, this club may have such other officers as may be provided in the addendum, but Toastmasters International credit toward any educational award is invited to service as a club officer named in this Constitution. Term of office, Section 3. Officer shall serve for terms of 1 year, provided that it and only if this club members meets weekly throughout the year. This club may provide in the addendum that officers shall serve for half-year terms. The terms of officers serving an annual term shall commence at midnight on July 1 and end up on June 30 at 11:59 p.m. The terms of officers serving a half-year term shall either commence at midnight on July 1 and end on December 31 at 11:59 p.m. or commence at midnight on January 1 and end on June 30 at 11:59 p.m.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vicky. So, is there any questions, clarification on these articles? Just remember that the officers will be the club president, the vice president education, the vice president membership, the vice president public relations, secretary, the treasurer or some other clubs, they have one officer for secretary and also treasurer. But here our practice is that we always have one secretary and one treasurer also, and then the sergeant at arms. Once we have finished the first term, the immediate past club president is included as the officers of the club. So in other words, there will be how many? 8 members now, because there are 7 there: the president, vice president, education, PR, secretary, treasurer, and the sergeant at arms. There are 7, plus the immediate past president will be 8. Now, you have heard credit. When you are an officer of a club recognized by Toastmasters International, then you are going to have a credit as officer of the club, because there are some office in the district later on that you could not serve. You could not also nominate yourself to be elected if you have not served a full term as president or vice president of the club. So there are some requirement. In the educational award, for example, if you are going to apply for the TM later on, the requirement that you should have finished at least one term as president, whether it is annual or on a 6-month basis, should always be is one of the requirements. So in order for us to go up higher to achieve more educational award, then the credit as officers of the club is required. Any? Okay, so we can continue. Can I request the DTM test to read immediate past club president, section 4? No, Mike?
Section 4, except for the immediate past club president, the officers of this club shall be elected by the active individual members of this club. If the office of immediate past club president is vacated for any reason, it shall stay vacant for the remainder of the term.
Continue.
Nomination, Section 5. Nominations for club officers shall be made by a club leadership committee appointed by the club president at least 2 weeks prior to the election. This committee shall consist of 3 active individual members when practicable. This committee shall present its report at the regular business meeting immediately preceding the business meeting at which the election is to take place, and shall present only the names of active individual members who have consented to serve if elected. Further nominations may be made from the floor at the time of the election by any active individual member. All elections shall be by secret ballot, unless a secret ballot is dispensed with by unanimous vote, with a majority vote of all active individual members present and voting necessary to elect each officer. The chair of the club leadership committee shall be the immediate past club president, unless the best interests of the club require otherwise.
Okay, we'll just stop there. So first, the immediate past club president, of course, he will not be elected. We call this one like a ex officio post. When it says ex officio post, meaning by his position alone, immediately he is already a member of the executive committee or the officer of the club. But once he will be separated from the club, we're not going to elect a new immediate past club president. That vacancy will be left unfilled. Now in the nomination, when you are going to have already a regular one, once we are going to do an election next year, because we have already elected or selected the charter officers of the club, we're going to have the club leadership committee. The club leadership committee is the one who's going to look for the best 7 candidates, and they will be nominated during the election. But of course, before the election will be done, we're going to call for a floor nomination. In other words, those that are not elected or selected by the club leadership committee, which is headed by the immediate past president, will be entertained, and they will be included as candidate before we are going to vote. And of course, as we have already noted, all our elections should always be a secret ballot. But if the members will elect that we are going to do it otherwise, then it should be unanimously voted and accepted. Any reaction? Ma'am Lilibet, can you start on election section number 6? Can you read? It's small.
Sure, Sir Joey. 1 second.
Section 6.
Yeah, 1 second. Okay. Election Section 6. For officers who serve terms of one year, elections shall be held at the first club meeting in May in each year. When practicable, to take off office the following July for officers who serves term of half year. Elections shall be held at the first club meetings in May and November in each year when practicable, to take office the following July or January respectively.
Yes. Thank you very much, Ma'am Lilibet. And now, election. What's this one for? Resignation and or removal. Can we hear Toastmaster Joanna?
Hello, sir. Just hold on.
Resignation and removal.
Just hold on, sir.
Section 7.
I have a file here. Just wait. I'll check.
We could not hear you, Ma'am Joanna.
Just hold on, sir, because it's a very small. wait.
You could
I cannot see it. I just want to.
It?
Yeah, just wait. Because
If
actually I have an open file here. I'm just checking where is this.
If you could not see it, then go ahead. We will just ask somebody who can read it clearly. Can we call Toastmaster Amor if he can read the small prints?
Yes, sure.
Resignation or removals, Section 7.
Thank you. Resignation or removal, Section 7. Any officer of this club may resign, provided that any such resignation must be made in writing and delivered to the club president or club secretary. Unless any such resignation is, by its terms, effective on a later date, it shall be effective on delivery to such club officer, and no acceptance by this club shall be required to make it effective. Any officer of this club may be removed from office at any time, with or without cause, by majority vote of all active individual members present and voting at the business meeting. at which quorum is present.
Yes, so was that once you wanted to resign as officer, no need for acceptance. The moment that you submitted your resignation, then it is construed to has been accepted and you are free. In any way, if the members voted you out of your office with reason or without reason, as long as it is within the business meeting and the quorum is present, then you will also be removed and be replaced. Go ahead and continue, Toastmaster Amor, vacancy in office up to re-election.
Thank you.
Section 8.
Vacancy in office, Section 8. Any vacancy in an office, except for the immediate past club president, shall be filled by a special election held at the next business meeting following the announcement of the vacancy.
Go ahead. Re-election.
Re-election, Section 9. Club presidents elected for a term of 1 year may not be re-elected for a successive term. Club presidents elected for a term of a half year may be re-elected for one successive term of a half year.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so remember, we don't have perpetual presidency in Toastmasters Club, no succession, unless it is 6 months and you wanted to be president for the next 6 months. That's all. Now we come to the duties of officers, and I wanted that every officers that we have is going to read this one. So we'll start with the club president, and of course it will be read by Toastmaster Jack. Section 1.
Article 7. Section 1. The club president is the chief executive officer of this club and is responsible for fulfilling the mission of this club. The president chairs meetings of this club, and the club executive committee appoints all committees and has general supervision of the operation of this club. The president shall be an ex officio member of all committees of the club except the club leadership committee, and shall serve as one of the club's representative on the area and district councils. The president shall transmit to this club for its approval or disapproval all ideas and plans proposed by the area and district council which may affect this club or its individual members, and shall take no action binding upon this club without either specific prior authorization or subsequent ratification by this club.
Okay. Is there any thing that you wanted to clarify on your role as the club president, Mr. President?
I think it's fine. It's clear.
You have clear understanding of your responsibility.
Okay. It's okay.
That's very small responsibility only.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Now we go with the Vice President Education. Who's our Vice President Education? Toastmaster Cheryl is not around. So who can read for me Toastmaster Cheryl's role?
Vice President Education.
Toastmaster Yayen, can you read it for me, the Vice President Education's role, Section 2?
Vice President Education, Section 2. The Vice President is the second-ranking club officer and is responsible for planning, organizing, and directing a club program, which meets the educational needs of the individual members. The Vice President Education chairs the Club Education Committee. The Vice President Education also serves as one of the club's representative on the area and district councils, and shall take no action binding upon the club without either specific prior authorization or subsequent ratification by this club.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ian. Okay, in a way, was that the Vice President Education at here, but or remember always, the responsibility is to be the training officer of the club. And of course, as the second ranking officer of the club, he or she shall be the replacement of the president in case that he is not around. Now, who's our Vice President membership?
Yes, sir. Yung anak niya pala, sir. Her daughter. Correct, Ma'am Tess? Replaced by her daughter or...
Gian is not around.
Ma'am Agnes.
My duty was that who can read for me the role of Vice President membership. We'll just finish this one and then we will end our meeting and continue again the next one.
Jasmine, sir. Jasmine.
How about Miss Cara? Can you read for me the Vice President membership role?
Yes po, sure po, sir. Vice President Membership, Section 3. The Vice President Membership is the third-ranking club officer and is responsible for planning, organizing and directing a program that ensures individual member retention and growth in club individual membership. The Vice President Membership chairs the Club Membership Committee. The Vice President Membership serves as one of this club's representatives on the area council and shall take no action binding upon this club without either specific prior authorization or subsequent ratification by this club.
Thank you very much, Miss Cara. Then, yes, of course, membership, no? So how about our PR, public relation, VP public relation? Dr. Joy is around. Okay. So can we ask Marlon to read the Vice President Public Relations Section 4 role?
Vice President Public Relations. Section 4. The Vice President Public Relations is the fourth-ranking club officer and is responsible for developing and directing a publicity program that informs individual members and the general public about Toastmasters International. The Vice President Public Relations chairs the Club Public Relations Committee.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Marlon. So I think was that this is also clear, public relation all around, in and outside the club. And then how about our club secretary? Is he around? Who? Anne Rose is not around with duty. Duty also. Who is available to read it for us?
Please, sir, I will read.
Who?
Joanna, ma'am. Joanna, sir.
Yeah, Johanna, you have now your
Yes, sir, I have already.
your eyeglasses.
Okay, Club Secretary, Section 5. The Club Secretary is responsible for club records and correspondence. The Club Secretary has custody of the club charter, constitution, and addendum, and all other records and documents of this club. Keep an accurate record of the meetings and activities of this club and of the club executive committee. maintains an accurate and complete roster of individual members of this club, including the address and status of each individual members, and transmit the same of the successor of office. The club secretary provide notice of the meeting as required by this constitution, and immediately notifies world headquarters of any change in the roster of individual members.
Oh, thank you very much, Toastmaster Joanna. Now, I think there is no problem with that also. How about our club treasurer? Is he around? All our officers are not around for today. Okay, so could I hear who could read this one for me? You have all your eyeglasses. I will just read it for you because was that we don't have any more time. So the club treasurer. The club treasurer is responsible for club financial policies, procedure, and controls. The club treasurer receives and disburses with the approval of this club all club funds, pays to Toastmasters International all financial obligations of the club as they come due, and keeps an accurate account of all the transactions. The club treasurer shall make the financial reports to the club and to the club executive committee quarterly and upon request, and shall transmit the account and all undistributed funds to the successor in the office at the end of the club treasurer's term. Okay, so these are all related to collections and payments. Now, how about our sergeant at arms? Is he around?
Yes, boss. Good afternoon.
Who? Toastmaster Herman. Okay, you can read and memorize your role, section 7.
The sergeant at arms is responsible for club property management, meeting room preparation, and hospitality. The sergeant at arms chairs the club's social and reception committee.
Yeah, so you are the chairman of the social and reception committee. So since we are not meeting in person, then your role will be the first one to greet us here in our club meeting when our Zoom is open. Of course, you're going to open the club meeting also, like we always do, and introduce the president. You're going to do the national anthem, and then you're going to read the mission and also the promise of the Toastmasters member. So that will be your. So you are the first one to speak in the Toastmasters meeting. Now, in the immediate past club president, the immediate past club president provides advice and counsel as requested by the club presidents and for representation on the district council. Section 9. In the event the club president and or vice president education shall be unable to attend the meeting of the district council, they shall certify the proxy credential of the official representative or representatives of the club attending said district council meeting. Such proxy holder shall be active individual member of this club. So generally, we have at least 2 district council meeting in a year, and the vice president and presidents of the club are 2 representatives of the club. But in the event that these 2 will not be available, then a proxy will be given to any active club member to represent the club. Additional duties, section 10. In addition to the duties stated in the Constitution, each of the officers of the club shall have such duties and responsibilities as may be provided in the articles of the incorporation bylaws of the Toastmasters International, district administrative bylaws, policies and protocols, manuals, or other directives of the Toastmasters International, or as may be set forth in the addendum or as assigned by this club. So these are all the responsibility of the officers of the club. If you will see, these are all defined already. So we're only going to follow it and making sure that the necessary things that you're going to do will eventually result to the best performance of your club, not only in the achievement of the goals of the member, but also on the DCP point of your club, which we are going to explain to you later on. But since we don't have any more time, so we're going to cut short our deliberation on the Constitution, and on the next meeting, we are going to talk about Article 8, start with Article 8 related to committees. Mr. President.
Thank you very much, our very own distinguished Toastmaster, Sir Joey Villanueva, for facilitating the reading of the bylaws. Sir Joey just informed us that we will be continue reading the bylaws in our next demo meeting. Thank you very much, sir. Let's give a round of applause to Sir Joey.
Thank you.
To continue with, I would like to call our awards master to award the winners for our table topics.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Can I proceed, Mr.
Yes.
President?
Yes, sir. Start, sir. Start. Yeah. Okay.
So I have the honor to present to you the best table topics for today. There are three. One tops and two ties. Okay. The best table topics for today will be awarded to Toastmaster June Arreglo, Toastmaster Yeyen Cabalar,
First, Toastmaster June.
Toastmaster June Arreglo.
First picture taking. Okay.
Next, Toastmaster, best table topics for today, Toastmaster Yeyen Cabalar. And the last but not the least, Toastmaster Marlon Bautista.
Okay.
Can we have the individual picture first with the winner together with the certificates?
So that at least.
Toastmaster June. Okay. Next. Toastmaster Yan Yan.
TM Yan, open your camera and speak so that we will get your picture.
Okay. And Toastmaster Marlon. I think Marlon just left the Zoom meeting and he will be coming back later, sir. Okay. I will stop sharing and thank you very much to our awards master, Toastmaster Amor Cabalar. Let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Amor Cabalar, please.
My pleasure. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Once again, thank you very much for attending our meeting. I would like to remind everybody that, we are very active in IMG because we want to become a great money manager. Of course, why we are doing this Toastmasters? Because we would like to share and give you the opportunity to improve also our communication and leadership skills. Truly, Toastmaster is a great platform for us to improve individually in terms of our communication skills. We should never be afraid. It's a great platform to improve ourselves. Of course, we are not perfect individuals. There's a lot of improvement. But with these things that we in our mind, it should be our motivation to improve, to look forward how we are going to become a great communicator and leader. Before we end this meeting, I would like, if we still have time, just to discuss about the timing and the day of our meeting. Is it okay, Ma'am Tess?
Go ahead, Mr. President.
Because I think during our last meeting, we agreed to have, we voted and we got the highest vote that we will be having our meeting every Friday at 12 noon. Do you have any suggestion having the meeting on Friday at this time? And also we are considering, we have some members from the Philippines also. Any suggestion? I think nothing. No suggestion to our president, Toastmaster Jack, is maybe he can suggest something, the best time in which also our members, especially the officers, can able to attend.
Let me check with other officers, but for me, I have no problem with 12 o'clock meeting.
12. I think, Ma'am Tess, if ever we can have our initial meeting with the officers, ma'am, and from
Yes,
the
po.
officers.
Yeah. Probably we can do it in a special meeting with the EXCOM of the
Yes, ma'am.
IMG1 Toastmasters.
Yes, ma'am. I think it's better, ma'am, so that we can hear also their sides, and we can hear also what are their suggestions. I think aside from that, nothing, anything.
Mr. President, excuse me, may we know the total number of members of this club now?
As per the last, registered, or actually we will be registering, but the one who submitted their documents, Ma'am Agnes, wait for a while, I just
Because what
check.
we have now, we have 28 participants, 28, 27 participants right now. If you are considering those who are supposed to be here, then maybe we could ask their side why they are not here, especially the officers, so that may be very important for them to ask also their timing.
Correct, Toastmaster Amor. That's why we will be having or calling a meeting first with the EXCOM. We will be having a special meeting with the EXCOM. And after that, during our next demo meeting, I think we can have our next demo meeting next Friday. That will be our last demo meeting before we will have our first meeting this coming August, as our club will be chartered.
Yes, Mr. President. And I believe the forthcoming demo meeting, we will ask already our incoming Sergeant at Arms to open the meeting.
Awesome.
So we will be able to train him before the official charter.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, noted, ma'am. We'll inform. Okay, Kiamor, I think your note is taken. We will be discussing the timing, but on our next meeting with our President, Toastmaster Jack, our next meeting will be next Friday, Toastmaster Jack. Okay? Is it okay? It will be on 31st of July. Same timing. We will be sending the demo meeting program, hopefully by maximum Monday, with our Vice President of Education of Campi Toastmasters Club. Okay. If there's no question, we are a little bit late already. Thank you very much once again for attending our very informative meeting, our third IMGB1 Toastmasters Club meeting. as the president of Campi Toastmasters Club, as one of your sponsors, I call this meeting adjourned.
Thank you po. Thank you, Toastmaster Ben. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you to our IMG.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And
Thank you. See you next